Hey guys, let's talk about new gun ownership, somebody new to concealed carry, or just new to guns in general. The reason I want to talk about this because it seems to come up over and over and over and over again. Doesn't matter how far along you are in your firearms, personal defense, whatever type path, journey, whatever you want to call it. It's something that keeps getting talked about over and over and over again. So I thought I'd make a quick little video about it. All right, guys, so just to be clear right up front, this video is not about giving advice or telling you which gun to buy. I don't care what gun you use. Obviously, there's some better choices, and obviously there are some less better choices. And that also depends on you, me, the person carrying the gun for concealed carry, whatever. So this is more along the lines, it came up again in a conversation I was having with my brother. And we're talking and talking and talking, and it comes down to, it always gets distilled down to something very simple. And it's something I always go back to, and I've gone back to suggesting this for people who want to get into personal protection, concealed carry, home defense, whatever. It always comes back to kind of the same base, right? Like a foundation for what you, in my opinion, need. And I think I share this opinion with a lot of other people. Okay, so let's start there. You've already made the decision on what gun you want to buy, okay? My opinion is it's going to be a striker-fired polymer pistol, whether it's something like, oh, the Glock 19, or whether it's something like the P320, or an M&P, or whatever, H&K. I think they all got them. I think even Kimber's got one now. So that tells you how popular they are. But if you want to carry steel guns, hammer guns, revolvers, wheel guns, whatever, I think this still applies, this train of thought still going to apply to all the guns, all right? All the concealed carry guns you could choose from, whatever it may be. Okay, but for me, it's a Glock 19 or a P320. That's what I like, okay? They seem to be ahead of the deal whenever got flies everywhere here. Something like this or similar to it is going to be about 5 magazines. I would say 2 for carry, and what I mean by that is kind of like the flush mount, and then 2 with the little extended deal on there. Glock has them too, other brands have them too, whatever. This being the 21 rounder. That's more for like training purposes or taking classes or things like that. Not to say you can't carry it like this. If you want to, live your life, okay? Do it however you want to do it. I like the flush mounted, or the flush triggers, or the flush magazines that go with the base like that. Again, not to say you can't do it like that. Whatever you want to do. Live your life, okay? And I said 5. That's what I like to see, and that comes from the first class I ever did as far as a pistol course goes. They required you to have 5 extra magazines to come to the course. And it's not because we were ripping through 5 magazines per iteration of fire. It's just so you had something topped off so you can get back in there quickly and train and train and train and maximize your time on the range. Okay, so we got a gun, we got magazines, talked a little bit about training. I strongly suggest a 2-day course from a reputable school, firearms trainer, instructor, whatever. I'm not talking about the yahoos giving whatever course they do for 2 hours at the Cabela's or whatever like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real deal firearms training school, something that is current, something that is relevant. And when you make these choices of who you're going to go to, when you're doing the vetting process of who I want to give my money to, okay, make sure their course applies to what you want to do. Okay, is it concealed carry? Is it clearing your house? Is it, I don't know, competition style speed stuff? Is it accuracy based? Is it whatever it is? Do your due diligence, find a good person to get training from, and go take that training. I don't know currently what prices are, I'm guessing, I don't know, between $500 to $700 for a 2-day course. I've always saw it as whatever the price of the gun is like a 2-day course. That's kind of how I've always seen it. Okay, so we've got guns, magazines, holsters. You're gonna have to have something good and reliable. Kydex is the way to go. Everybody's gonna have their preference. Most Kydex are gonna be a lot alike. There's not gonna be too much variation in how you make a Kydex holster. There's the sandwich holsters, and they work really well. I've had this one for going on, I don't know, maybe even 10 years now. I prefer loops like this. Figure out what you like. And of course, you're gonna find deficiencies in your setup during these training courses. So you do a 2-day training course with a magazine that's, or a holster that sucks, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out real quick if it sucks, because leather holsters, in my opinion, they suck because they collapse, right? You can't reholster when you're laying on your side or something like that, or you had too much for lunch and your pants are snugging in on you, and you can't reholster one-handed. Some courses may require you or want you to do that. Okay, so to go to a course, what do you need? You need magazines, gun, holster, probably a good attitude, they're gonna tell you. If you've never seen 1,000 rounds of 9mm ammo, this is what it looks like. Shipped to the house, right to your front door. Not a big deal. You're gonna need 1,000 rounds. Even if you don't go to a course, I suggest getting 1,000 rounds of ammo, because I think that's how much it might take to get you started and getting real familiar with your firearm. And again, keep in mind, this is for somebody who is relatively new and stepping in and slightly hesitant, uncomfortable with the idea of carrying concealed. That's probably why you're watching the video, because you don't maybe know where to start, and I'm trying to help you with that. But 1,000 rounds will most certainly make you feel comfortable with the gun you're carrying. It becomes muscle memory, the draw, the load, all that stuff. You're gonna figure a lot out by going through 1,000 rounds. And if you go to a course, you're probably gonna need 1,000 rounds. So, price-wise, prices change, availability changes. Like with these suckers, you can't get them in every state anymore. I know Colorado's going that way with all sorts of weird stuff. They're following the crazy left side of the country. Anyway, I don't know, maybe 350 bucks for 1,000 rounds of okay 9mm. It doesn't have to be top shelf self-defense ammo. It just needs to be good ball ammo. Get you through a course, something reliable that's going to work and not cause problems and hiccups in your training. So 1,000 rounds, maybe 350 bucks. Don't quote me on it. Go to whatever website and find out what you like and get that. I was just at the store getting some new fishing line yesterday. I took a quick look, something like this. I don't know, $650 magazines based on availability, price gouging, people taking advantage of the times, and of course your platform. SIG, I think HK, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. They're the steel types. Not that Glock isn't steel. You got the steel insert, whatever. Glock magazines are a little bit cheaper. You certainly can go and get the Magpul ones. I just go with factory magazines, whatever they got. Get those. Whatever suits you. Those are about 25 to, let's say, 55 bucks for magazines. Holster nowadays, I think you're going to spend about 80 bucks if you just get a plain black one that works real well. If you want some fancy camouflage, then you're gonna pay a little bit extra. Then you're gonna upcharge you. No big deal, okay? And I said classes, courses, that is gonna be maybe the X factor, like depending on who you go to, and then there's availability to, just it doesn't even start with just the course itself, but that's, let's say, what did I say, $550, $750, something like that. If it's not in your area, you might have to travel a little bit, but that may be what it takes. I know there's a lot of good trainers that travel, and as they get more popular, they don't travel so much. But either way, training. So, it is not cheap, but I do feel like that is the base for getting into concealed carry and being a responsible gun owner, okay? And not being that yahoo that feels uncomfortable carrying a gun, then you're not doing anything positive. You're not being productive. If you're uncomfortable doing it, how are you going to skin out that smoke wagon and then go to work at the Costco or whatever? Whatever the situation is. Like, if you can't do it comfortably, then maybe you shouldn't. You know, and again, I don't want to go into all the nuances of, do you carry one in the chamber, do you not, which platform you choose, all this stuff, again, will come out the more you shoot. And if you go to a training course, it'll come out there. You'll talk to people, you'll network, you'll see all this stuff that doesn't work. Oh my goodness, it's almost worth just going for that. You get to see all the talk up their stuff, and then the guy with the stock Glock, yeah, even stock sights, outperforms, outlasts the guy with all the high-speed stuff. So anyway, I hope that helped. I really, really hope that is something that you can think about and move forward from, and help you in your journey into being a responsible citizen and being able to protect yourself, your family, and your loved ones. So stay safe. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. All right.